The other day, somebody asked me about managing expectations and how they feel like they may have overdone it. They feel like they may have required so little, expected so little, taught themselves, managed their true desires, that they lost their joy. Now, obviously, this is more likely to happen on like a toxic love journey, okay? When you're with someone who allows you to mistreat yourself, they see you doing it and they think, okay, phew, as long as I don't have to deal with it, okay? Or you have someone that they don't even notice you, they don't see you at all. And from the very beginning, they've said, hey, these are my boundaries and what I'm putting down. And as long as you're okay with it, then I'm okay with it. And every time something comes up, they say, hey, 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 now back in the beginning, you agreed to this. Toxic is toxic. And that kind of toxic love, however it might be playing out in your life, it creates hypervigilance. I have some pretty severe hypervigilance beyond just relationships. It comes from being a child and never being safe. So my brain is always looking to make sure that there's nothing unsafe. When toxic love creates that, especially in someone who has been otherwise secure, they're still affected by it. And if toxic love enhances it in someone like me, it's devastating. No matter who's dealing with it, they're losing spontaneity. They're losing the opportunity to feel joy at a moment's notice. Expectations become armor when trust is broken repeatedly. And so we put them so small and so low that we almost have nothing to look forward to anymore. You know, maybe you understand your person doesn't want to get married. And even though you really do want to get married, after a while you realize that, I just want to be with them. And as long as we're together, that's fine. That's managing and probably over managing an expectation. If that person really loves you and it's a beautiful relationship otherwise, maybe. But most of the people we're talking about doing that kind of thing, they don't love. That's why you have to wear the armor in the first place. There's no trust. They don't care if you trust them. In fact, they like it that they can tell you what it's going to be. And there's nothing you can do about it. Look, real love, it thrives in fluidity, not performance. And many of us who have engaged in these toxic love relationships, we perform to the best of our abilities. It's like going into work. You have to make sure the person is pleased, don't upset them, don't push them. You call, or you're at their beck and call, you come when they call, you are completely at their mercy. And that means that the only thing you really can manage is the small stuff. The stuff that probably doesn't really matter to either of you. But now you've made it bigger because it's something. But you end up becoming a micromanager. Because now you're saying to them, listen, all I asked for was these little crumbs. You're going to give me my crumbs. And at that point, any real emotional intimacy is completely stifled. There's just no sustainable, healthy way to do the toxic love thing. It doesn't work. People might think, well, what if I'm just toxic with them? Okay, well then both of your lives will be ruined. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. If you have lowered your expectations so far that the future looks bleak, I call you to raise your standards. And this is coming from a person who always kept their standards very low, because I never wanted anyone to feel like they weren't accepted or they were not acceptable as a person. But I can't do that anymore because it was hurting me. And I was letting people into my life that they never even tried to earn my trust. And once they saw they didn't have to, it just opened the door for pain. I reclaimed my joy when I released control, when I chose presence. Overmanaging your expectations is a control thing. It's just basically saying, well, if I can't have what I want, what can I control? And to have control of something so flimsy and small and worthless when you want something so much bigger, it's impossible to just sit in that the presence of that and feel good. I want you to reflect on where you have lost your joy, where you feel like it's impossible for you to be spontaneous anymore. I want you to look at where you feel like you've been acting, performing, trying to make someone else feel okay just for you to be able to be around them. Identify where your joy was stolen, where you gave it away, where you lost it. Identify your true desires and needs. This isn't about an ultimatum. This isn't about playing hard to get or trying to be difficult. This is not some petty game. This is a divine awakening. This is life. And you deserve to live the life of your dreams, to experience the love that you always desired. And this just isn't the way. Toxic love will never get you there. It's time to make some changes, okay? Good luck.